Hi YouTube, welcome to another edition of HorrorHands, and for this video I'm going to be talking about Bloody New Year. So I've just watched this and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very entertaining movie. It was quite deceptive because it starts out a little bit slow but then kind of ramps things up a lot, and more than what I expected actually. It's a lot more creative than what I thought it was going to be. So not what I expected, but in a good way. So this is a British film. On the back of the Blu-ray it says it's from 1986, but IMDb says it's from 1987. So answers on the postcard for that one. But it starts out in this hotel in the 50s. And they're celebrating New Year, so there's all New Year and Christmas decorations up, and everything seems jovial enough, and that scene comes to an end, and then we cut to what was then modern day, so in the 80s, and there's this group of friends on a theme park, and the first bit of this I didn't really care for. They have some altercation with the fairground workers, and then they have like this weird Scooby-Doo chase through the theme park, which was just a bit silly, to be honest. But then the film really gets down to it, and the same group of friends, they're in a boat which hits some rocks and starts to sink. So they bail out and make their way to this nearby island, which, located on this island, is the hotel that we saw a few minutes before. And they go inside and they see that there's nobody around, it's just deserted. But strangely, it still has the same New Year celebration and the same decor from the 1950s. It's like nothing's changed, it's in this strange time warp. And they learn quickly that weird things are going on and that they need to get off the island. And that's pretty much the story, really. And it goes from kind of just subtle supernatural things, like things moving by themselves and things switching themselves on by themselves, to becoming more and more intense, so that by like an hour into it there's just crazy stuff happening all over the place and things coming at the characters from all angles. And yeah, like I say, the first half an hour it is kind of a little bit dull. It's just little things that start to happen, and I kind of got the impression that the whole film would be kind of like that, and I thought it's going to be pretty boring, but it does step it up as the film goes along. And it's really cool because there's a really cool bunch of things in this movie. There's like the supernatural ghost element, there's like these demon creatures that come into it, there's a bit of blood and guts, and then there's like some really like kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street type sequences with really sort of strange, sort of creatively weird things going on. So like hands coming through walls, things melting. There's like this thing on the banister that keeps grabbing at the actors, or that kind of thing. So there's just things that constantly try and get them, and this becomes more and more intense as the film goes on. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised as to where this film went and how it developed. The start of the film, it's quite, I mean, like I say, it is a British film, but it's very British. And everyone in it's like, oh golly, oh gosh, oh my word, oh we must escape, oh dear. And it takes itself a little bit seriously, but then as the film goes on and things intensify and more kind of creatures come into it, it does get a more kind of tongue-in-cheek atmosphere about it, and I enjoyed that much more. So it's a film that I enjoyed more as it went on, and I got more and more interested as it went on, which was a nice viewing experience. Even the silly scene at the beginning with the chasing through the theme park, that does have some bearance on what happens later on in the movie. There was just one scene which I think they kind of missed a trick with, and that involves someone being killed with like a hedge trimmer chainsaw thing, and it goes towards his head, and they cut away. And I just think that would have been a really nice cherry on the cake, just to see a bit of an exploding head. You know, we all like exploding heads and things in the horror community, so that would have been cool, but you know, we didn't get that. But yeah, on the whole, this was a really, really nice, really cool movie. I recommend this one. The story is nothing special, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it had enough creative set pieces to keep it entertaining, and yeah, I really had a lot of fun with this one. So if you've seen this one, please let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.